Hey guys, Horror God here. Today I'm actually going to be doing the horror tag video, which has been all over YouTube. 10 basic questions, horror related questions. Many of you will have your own opinions. If you have your own opinion on it, just leave it in the comment box below. And you are all tagged. Let's make this interesting. If you like doing this, interested in doing it, just send me a link to the video to my Facebook page or my Twitter account. And I have both of them linked in the bottom. So let's get right down to business. Alright, first question here. What is the first horror movie you remember watching? First movie I remember watching had to be when I was 4 years old, The Exorcist. After seeing that, wow. I don't think I slept right for a week, which means it did its purpose. What is your favorite horror movie? I had to say, it's a hard pick, but if I had to pick one, it would be Halloween, along with Halloween 2 as a close second. Everything happening on one big Halloween night, following through. What is your favorite horror movie genre? There's so many. To be honest, I would say my favorite would have to be the slasher series. Love the feeling of you don't know who's coming after you. One by one, people getting hacked up pieces to leading you to the big mystery at the end. What genre scares you the most? I'm not usually the kind of person that would really get scared, but if I have to say one, it would have to be stuff that's based on a true story. Because mostly you're wondering to yourself, what would I do in this situation? What would scare me the most? What would I do if I was put in that spot? It kind of messes up your head a little bit. So I would say that's the realest you can get. What is the last horror movie that you watched that actually scared you? I don't normally get scared from horror films, but one that I saw that actually messed up my head pretty bad had to be Kevin Smith's Tusk. And wow, this one really surprised me because Kevin Smith is usually a comedy guy. I mean, once you watch and see the twist of this movie, wow, it messes with your head, twists your stomach. Not exactly the kind of movie you want to be watching with dinner. Let me tell you that one. Not exactly an eating kind of movie. Who is your ultimate scream queen? Ooh, there is so many you can't choose. I just say my top one has to be Jamie Lee Curtis. She's the star. She's the main scream queen. Ever since seeing her in John Carpenter's Halloween, she's been down, and has ever since then has done so many different horror films. I mean, the next one I remember her doing was Prom Night, and everyone remembers how iconic she was in that movie. Close second, I would have to say, would be Neve Campbell from the Scream franchise. I mean, she's the reason why those movies were so successful. What is a concept you like to see in horror? One I would have been waiting to see, simply since I'm from Long Island, New York, the Gilgo Beach murder mysteries. It was a big topic. There was prostitutes being killed, bodies everywhere, decapitations. Pretty much, he was never caught. He was taunting the police the whole time. It was kind of terrifying. This guy was never killed. He was never found. Nobody knows where he is. He can come back anytime. So why not make a movie about this? Show how real this terror really was, and it's that he's still out there. What is your favorite on-screen kill? See, that one, there's so many. I have to say, on top of my head, my favorite has to be back in the 80s. They're for Tom Savini's Maniac. By far, had to be one of my favorite on-scene kills of all time. Pretty much, you have the serial killer there, right on his bed, and in his head, he's picturing all these mannequins with the scalps of hair of women he got killed all coming back to life, and they're ripping apart his stomach, ripping his head off little by little. You're seeing it twist, you're seeing the blood shoot out, you're seeing his intestines being torn out. Only a few seconds later, you see the police show up at his doorstep, and he has a knife in his hand, he's dead, he pretty much cut himself open, pretty much offed himself. But what I love about it is in his mind, he's picturing all these women he got killed, all returning from their grave, all like getting the revenge, tormenting him, which I thought was kind of a good twist. I like movies like that where something happens and then it questions your brain. Those are I actually have to say that's the best kill. What is your favorite horror franchise? Saw. Next question. Last question. Who is your favorite horror director? I pick one number one. Had to be John Carpenter. I mean, he's a horror genius. He's the one behind the slasher Halloween, which I brought up in my earlier question. And then he twisted the whole alien thing around with the thing. And then right into they live, and that speaks for itself. But let's not forget, he's the man that made horror movies what they were with his beautiful composing music. I mean, Halloween theme song is one of the most iconic, scariest theme songs in horror history. Alright guys, that was my list. If you have any opinion what I said before, leave in the comment box below. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is in the description box with the links. Alright guys, like, comment, subscribe. This is Horror God. Stay dead.